I must say, girls, it's been an odd couple of months, hasn't it?
Sure. What exactly do you mean?
First we had all that ruckus about Twilight fucking her brother, you molesting your own sister, and the rest of us doing shit that's no less disgusting.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden our voices broke because of Celestia's recolorizer, and we had to literally stop existing for about half a year, forcing us to make filler episodes.
And just when I got that fixed, we were all thrown into this outlandish conspiracy arc. I must admit, you are right, Rarity. It's really been a hell of some months. Which is why I am all the more happy that now every major problem in this country seems to have been solved, or at least paused for now.
And now we're free to just go back to doing what we do best.
Just standing around and talking. I gotta say, I missed it. Just a silly little sketch with no major plot interrupting our banter.
That is true. I have also been starting to miss that. All the serious plot development with Celestia and her clones, then that thing about the letter. I'm glad we're finally back to normal now.
Or at least almost normal. Because for me, back to normal would mean I wouldn't even be here. Instead, I'd probably be in a hospital again after doing something unbelievably stupid and life-threatening for no reason.
I'd much rather here with you, to talk about all the nice things in life. Like, for example?
Oh well, the weather is pretty nice, isn't it? Really mild given the season.
All right, Pinky, just because we're not in any immediate danger or something serious is going on in Equestria, doesn't mean that we're free to waste every pony's time like that. I mean, really, the weather. We can do better than that.
Can we, Twilight?
Onetma, what else is there really to talk about?
It's not like our lives are anything special, outside of all the fucked up shit that keeps happening to us. In quiet phases like these, usually there wouldn't even be a recording. Still have no idea why robots are just to gather here again.
This feels somewhat like that one sketch where the joke of the episode literally was that we had no idea what to do. I really hope this isn't just a lame revision of that. Because if it is, this time someone else can travel back in time. Ever since this year started, there hasn't been any aspect in the past that I would want to relive again.
You are right about that, Rainbow. Honestly, this morning was the first time all year that I woke up and didn't want to kill myself.
Hey, easy! You can't just go and make a suicide joke so nonchalantly. That's fucking tasteless, bruh!
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you perhaps want a trigger warning for that? Besides, most suicidal people are actually pretty laid back when it comes to joking about that topic. It is a way of coping, as well as subtly asking for help. But most of the time, this nuance just gets ignored, as proven right here.
So are you saying that you're suicidal or what? Because if yes, then that's a serious issue and we'll need to talk about that.
Oh no, not quite. Me, I'm just a tasteless asshole. But I was speaking generally, and too many people are too quick to react negatively to such a cry for help because they don't understand it.
Fluttershy, dear, you do realize what you just did, no? After making that remark, viewers are probably seriously gonna believe that you really are mentally ill and just quickly hid yourself again after briefly opening up.
Well, if they want to waste their time like that worrying, what does it bother me? It's not my fault if idiots take everything ponies say at face value. I mean, seriously, does any one of you really believe that I'd off myself? Honestly, I'm not sure. But that's less about you, rather the entire state of this version of Equestria.
Given how spiteful and bitter you all act all the time, and the fact that there is almost no lightheartedness to be found anywhere here.
I would say most ponies would at least consider wanting out. So are you now suicidal or what?
Oh no, I love life! You wouldn't think that considering the fact that I spent the entire last year constantly harming myself with life-threatening stuff, but I didn't do that on purpose. At least not with the intention to die. I'm just a reckless goof.
Well, to set things straight about me, I will never fucking kill myself. I couldn't do that to Harry. After all, I promised that I'd be his forever.
Lusave, it amazes me how every interaction with Fluttershy always manages to point out a zoophilia, even if it has nothing to do with the topic at hand.
Just a little question, friends. Should we maybe make an effort to explain to the viewers where we're even at right now? What are you talking about? And why did you just now decide to get involved, Starlight? You've been with us since the start of this episode.
I don't know. I didn't really find an opening in that main six banter.
Well, true. It was hard enough to incorporate Pinky into our chemistry again. Now what was that you said about the viewers?
Well, I'm talking about the overarching plot of this series. The last the viewers saw of me was when I had just received this letter from Cozy Doll and wanted to venture out to rescue you. After dealing with, some other business first. And now, you're all standing here, completely fine, talking mad about previous episodes and cracking reprobate jokes about game ending like nothing happened.
Plus, I'm here with you, making this reference, which obviously means that something must have happened off-screen, doesn't it?
Not to mention the fact that Cozy Glow is here with us as well.
I, for one, do not see a reason to tell them. After all, it does go without saying that true talent shall always be recognized.
Still, if I were watching the sketch right now, without knowing what went down, I'd be really confused. I I mean, why would we be standing here all relaxed and just talking, even involving the villain who kidnapped you like we're all just best friends again? I know I would be really interested in a damn answer to all these urgent questions.
Oof. Well, if you say so. It goes against my artistic soul to tell instead of show, but what else can we do? Though I want to make it very clear that it wasn't my fault the climax of my villain arc wasn't recorded.
It was neither of ours. Robotus himself is to blame for this one. Well, it doesn't even bother me that much that he just decided to discard that plot after setting it up for 2 episodes. What annoys me more about this is the fact that he still went and had us act that whole thing out.
Well, all the while not telling us that the camera wasn't even running, so why did we even have to bother?
I don't know. Maybe he did want to make this episode, but during the process of that, he realized that he didn't really have any idea what to do with Cozy's concept, except for an exact recreation of that baby doll episode from Batman. But that comparison has been made too often already.
It's kind of a shame, in my opinion. Now the viewers haven't experienced the all-deciding breakthrough I made in my career, as well as the plot twist that I had not actually become a real villain, as it was all merely another role I adopted to prove my acting talent. And it did prove worthwhile. One director actually came forth to me after we were finished and told me that my performance was absolutely stunning. Never had he been more terrified for his life, only to be overwhelmed with relief when I revealed that I was just acting. He told me that he never saw a greater demonstration of artistic evilness, and he wants me to be the star of his next big project.
You don't think he maybe just said that to get you to let him go? I mean, you kidnapped him as well.
I wouldn't call it kidnapping, rather just an invitation with a side of insist.
He was tied to his director's chair. You seriously don't call that straight-up captivity?
That was all part of the act. Now let's be real here for a second. All of what I did in the role of Cozy Doll, including the kidnapping of you all and this director. He even congratulated me about how impressive it was that I, as a little filly, was able to subdue him. But chloroform always does the trick. Look, honey, I really don't want to start something again, but the way you made his words sound all seems really suspicious to me. To me it sounds like he only told you what you wanted to hear, so you would let him go.
Really? No, that can't be. He even gave me his card. Look!
You do realize this is just a tissue.
With writing on it. He didn't have a real card with him, but we made do and he gave me his information on this.
Daryl Rector, filmmaker. So his name can be abbreviated to D-Rector. Really?
Yeah, ironic, isn't it? Oh, wee. His parents surely knew what they wanted him to be. So, you see, it's all good. Later this week, I'm gonna give him a call when he's back in Applewood. He said he was on his way back there to make preparations and I could reach him in a few days.
Yeah. All right. So that all seems to be in order. In that case, all my best wishes for your new role.
So I think we're gonna see y'all in one of the next big upcoming movies?
Very likely, yes.
Now, if you shall excuse me, I will be going home and practicing. After all, I need to be in my best form for my great debut on the big screen.
Sure. Once more, good luck to you. Bye.
And you, maidens of fortune.
I'm gonna out myself by saying that, but I gotta ask you something.
So you're finally admitting that you date Trixie?
No, not that kind of outing. I rather meant expose myself not keeping up with things. Like, why did we not tell her that this director's name obviously was fake?
She's got a point there. Won't this whole mess just repeat itself once Cozy Glow realizes this?
Oh, Starlight. Oh, Pinky. You both already know the answer to that. Out of sight, out of mind. Her believing in this false chance will buy us at least some few days of peace. And that's more than enough for me. Besides, because this whole thing was just an act to get attention, she won't bother trying it again. So I don't see why this should still be our concern.
I guess. But still, I gotta say, Twilight, your attitude really has become jaded lately.
You can be lucky I'm still here for a sketch at all. Don't forget that in between these, I'm still forced to run the entire government of Equestria all by myself. You'd think that by now, Princess Luna or Cadence would have made an effort to come back. For all I know, they should have been at the same place Celestia was hiding out.
Perhaps that's why. Maybe Celestia has taken them with her for whatever reason. I highly doubt that she would think so far as to deliberately making you fulfill their roles all alone, because that would actually be kind of a good plan to wear you down.
Indeed, and therefore nothing Celestia would ever conceive.
Nay, you must admit that her whole cloning scheme actually sounded pretty well thought out and doable, if she had taken it step by step. That whole thing about a great dissemblance, however, led me to believe that she would be far too impatient for that.
It ain't like that's gonna really make a difference. Either way, Celestia's gone for now, and if she ever decides to come back, we're gonna deal with her then. But for now, we don't need to waste any more time on her.
That's very true.
Coming back to the topic before, about this whole cozy doll arc and how all that went down, I still find it somewhat pricky towards the viewers to first have this whole thing being teased in an exaggerated manner only for it to just be resolved off-screen.
Well, that depends. Like I said earlier, Robot has had no creative idea on what to do with this plot. And you know how he is. After spending more than 2 hours trying to think of something, he just was fed up and decided to scratch that entire concept.
Almost a bit cliche for him as an artist to be prone to such erratic, spontaneous outbursts against his own works. But such is the soul of art, I guess.
Aha. Okay. Well, I guess I can take that as a sort of answer to my question. It doesn't really solve any issue with that, but at least it explained how it came to it. That's about as much as is to be expected with this robotic bastard.
All right then, girls. Then that's that. Now, what else can we discuss? The sketch might now already be way over 10 minutes long, but why should that be a reason to stop? Any topics, anyone?
Doesn't seem like it.
So are you saying that we're actually going to finish this episode after only one major topic? Unthinkable!
Not really, Rare. I actually feel like it would be nice to end this one a little earlier again. That way we can at least use this extra time to do some other things. You know, at home with our families.
Says the one pony who actually lives with her relatives.
But still, I get your point. It's been a while since I got to just chill. Sounds nice.
Yeah, that gives me an opportunity to spend some quality time with Harry. And yes, I am referring to intercourse.
Oh, we get it. You're married to an animal. I, for one, will make good use of this time. It's been a while since my OnlyFans has seen an update. I think some new pictures might attract more viewers.
I'm just gonna go home and blow some bubbles, or whatever it is my show character would do off-screen.
Great. And it seems every pony has their important plans all set. I really wish I could say the same. But for me, the moment the sketch ends, I must get back straight to Canterlot. My life sucks balls, man.
All right then. See you later, y'all.
See you later. Catch you later.
Stop! Do not move on hoof no more, little horse!
Excuse me, partner, but the hell are you? What do you want?
The money!
Money? What the fuck are you talking about? Who wants to know anything about any money?
Mr. Moneyman!
Mr. Moneyman? Oh no! Oh shit, I forgot!
You will remember. Come.
No, please! Just a few more days! I'm gonna get it! I promise!
Empty words do not pay debts.
Well...
But you better will. For your sake.